Can you give us an example of that so that people maybe, you know, don't get lost in that? Have you got a little example that you could of what self-mastery is to you? An example. Just give us an example so, you know, somebody's got something to hang that onto.
Yeah, sure. So I think, I want to refer back to Dr. Napoleon Hill. And Dr. Napoleon Hill, he was a major trigger in me starting to write this book. And he came up with this notion of the definite chief aim. And we talk about it in the book to some extent. And Bruce had written one. And I thought, you know, where did Bruce get this kind of idea? Where did he get this kind of formula, this template to do this? And I started researching it, and a lot of the philosophies that Bruce came out with, I've reverse engineered in this book, and you can kind of understand where it came from, so that actually you can go through it yourself. And through that, I realized that it was from Dr. Napoleon Hill. And Dr. Napoleon Hill said that through his work and through his research, he came to the conclusion that 98% of people didn't know what they wanted in life. Therefore, they didn't manifest the things that they thought they needed in life. So they didn't get and most people focus on finance first and attribute success completely to finance. There's 8 areas of life, and one of them is finance. And to manifest your bliss across all 8 areas is to be cognizant of those areas. And so this definite chief aim that Dr. Napoleon Hill was talking about was you create essentially a mission statement about what it is you want to create out of life. And Bruce was very clear on that. He was absolutely clear on that. And his definite chief aim was, you know, he wanted to be the first Oriental superstar. In return, he will give the most spectacular performances on screen. He wanted in return $10 million, and we're talking in the 60s here, which was a bucket load of money, probably equivalent to billions in today's money. And he wanted happiness and to do whatever he wanted whenever he wanted. So his definite chief aim was around that, and I truly believe he did achieve that. And I really analyze that and break that down in the book to help you understand actually when you set that intention and you know where you want to take that, and what you want to manifest that life, you can do it. You've got the power to do that. It's all in you. It's just recognizing that it's in you. And a lot of people and a very typical example is a lot of people are in day jobs. They're not happy what they're doing. They're in that kind of routine. They're on autopilot. They don't even know how to get to work. And the whole wake-up process to the moment they sit down at the desk, and it's just robotic movement. And they go through the day. They go back home, and they feel completely depleted and exhausted. And then wonder one day, you know, and 40, some people call it a midlife crisis, but I actually call it a midlife reflection. And the reason I call it midlife reflection is people actually attribute like 40 as halfway through the life. And that's a point that most people turn around and think, hey, what did I actually achieve out of my life? What did I do? Did I actually add any value to anybody else? Did I actually leave anything of value behind? Did I actually have any what I call catalytic value in life? And that is all essence and parcel of self-mastery. So when I say, when you come into your true, authentic, higher self, when you know what your real, true purpose in life is, then everything in the cosmos will transpire to give you all the resources you need to do that. And it then doesn't become about the chase of the money and the financial freedom, and it doesn't become about the big house, whatever else it is. And the thing is that our society is so materialistically focused, we can't see beyond that. But remember, that's one of 8 areas of life. And if you take that away, the other 7 areas suffer. So we're talking about, your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your social, your vocation and career, your social, if I mention that one, and your romance, right? And those areas suffer because people are chasing the money, but they're not honoring their true, authentic, high self. And when you start doing that, then things kind of fall away that shouldn't be there, and those things that should be there start coming into your life.
So I don't want to get off the route to them. So if I wrote down, which I have written down because I know where we're going with it, but if you said some of these people here actually went home tonight and wrote down and bought your book and then wrote down, right, my chief aims are, I want to be by 2017 this and this.
Will they get it? Well, it depends, and it depends on action. You know, Bruce said, knowing and willing is not enough. Knowing is not enough. One must apply. Willing is not enough. One must do. So you could know the secrets. You know, as Sifu Lak Loi mentions, right? You know, if I give you a treasure map and you go and then stick it under your mattress and forget about it, that treasure map's useless. That the gold is still there, the treasure is still there, until you actually take that map out and actually start taking some action and following it. You're not going to get it. So you've got to put the effort into it. You have to actually be the doer, and only then can you become. Right? So it's that process. You have to actually get into your own power and actually move towards your own destiny, move towards your own goals.